Okay, wait a second. I suppose I should explain my design. I have this tube, and inside this tube I have the metal rod with an O-ring at the end. So it acts kind of like a syringe. When you pull the rod up, or the piston, when you pull the piston up, it sucks in air, and when you push the piston down, it pushes air out. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, these little mechanisms down here are one-way valves, so air can only travel one way through. When I pull the piston up, air goes through this valve into the piston, and then when I push the piston down, air goes through this valve. And so when you do that over and over, you're compressing the air in front of it. But there's an issue. If I skip ahead to where I'm pumping it, you see it only gets up to about 40 psi. And the reason for this is because when you have a set amount of air, the volume and the pressure are directly related. And so when you decrease the volume, you increase the pressure. And when you decrease the pressure, you increase the volume. But at the very end of this piston, right here, there's still a little bit of air whenever I press the piston down. And so the ratio is limited. I can only get the volume so small, and so I can only get the pressure so high. And apparently, I designed this like a fool so that the pressure can't even get past 40 freaking psi. And so, I'm not gonna be compressing air. Instead, I'm gonna be putting water through it. And water, you can't change the volume of it. So, the pressure just depends on how much force you can apply, and not the change in volume. Alrighty, I have made a little edit to the compressor to now be a hydrostatic tester. A hydrostatic test is when you pressure test a tank using water. I have this crazy leverage bar here, where I can pull it this way, pulls the piston up, and I can push it down, and well, it compresses it with the little O-ring dealio got going on here. It's looking a little beat up. I should probably replace it. But yep, I'll be doing that. And whatever stuff, blah blah. A bunch of people working on the roof over there. But check it out, I got it all set up. Got some wood from a random picket I found in the front yard, and I zip tied the little one-way valves, and I hooked up the hose of water. I got the pressure gauge there with a little quick disconnect dealio thing on the end. Now you can see, I'm gonna turn on the water. Pressure gets up to whatever that is, what, 60, 80, something like that. Now if I pull this up, and I push down, you can see the pressure can go really high, very quickly, with just slight force. And then, you can also see that when I open the valve, pressure pretty much goes down instantly. This property of the water decreasing pressure as soon as any water leaves the system is exactly why I want to use it to pressure test tanks. As soon as any tank breaks, the pressure pretty much instantly disappears, so it would stop pushing the shrapnel outwards, unlike air, where it just continually expands and is deadly. Well, there's the compressor. This is the end of the video.